This is a breaking news alert.
More breaking news now. Julian Assange unleashing a hellish surprise on Hillary Clinton. This is pretty big stuff, friends. Hillary Clinton continues her world book tour, making excuses for what happened, despite the fact that the world, including her own husband, Bill, well, they've already told her, you lost, Hillary. You lost. Now, during a recent interview with Four Corners Media, the Ice Queen herself refused to defrost and attacked one of those she blames for her devastating loss, Julian Assange. Take a look.
I think Assange has become a kind of nihilistic opportunist who does the bidding of a dictator.
Lots of people, including in Australia, think that Assange is a martyr for free speech and freedom of information. How would you describe him?
I mean, he's a tool of Russian intelligence, and if he's such a martyr of free speech, why doesn't WikiLeaks ever publish anything coming out of Russia?
Isn't he just doing what journalists do, which is publish information when they get it?
I don't think so. I think, for number one, it's stolen information, and number two, if all you did was publish it, that would be one thing. But there was a concerted operation between WikiLeaks and Russia, and most likely people in the United States, to, as I say, weaponize that information.
You know, something tells me it's probably not a good idea to unload on the same guy that you blame for taking down your own election, since he's likely even got more information on you. And clearly, well, Julian Assange was paying attention. At 3:50 p.m. yesterday, he tweeted this out. WikiLeaks has a pristine record for accuracy. HRC is not a credible person. The primary cause of her own downfall was her own Machiavellian scheme to elevate Mr. Trump, known as the Pied Piper plan that she had. Our last Russian expose was 3 weeks ago. And as you saw in that clip, she's like, how come WikiLeaks never exposes the Russians? Yeah, there you go. They exposed the Russians 3 weeks ago. Now, it gets even better, okay? It gets even better. 18 minutes later, Assange, still with Hillary Clinton on his mind, drops this cryptic tweet, which will likely be Hillary Clinton's worst nightmare. Now, it's a series of numbers and letters. It's probably like a pass key to unlock maybe the next data vault to destroy Hillary. Okay, so I'm putting this out there. Maybe this is a secret message for somebody, right? Some cloak and dagger stuff. Okay, well, he didn't stop there. Nearly an hour later, he went out and hit her again. Yes, clearly Hillary Clinton got under Julian's skin. He put this out. There's something wrong with Hillary Clinton. It is not just her constant lying. It is not just what she throws off, that she throws off menacing glares and sees thwarted entitlement. Watch closely. Something much darker rides along with it. A cold creepiness rarely seen. And he was referencing the clip that we played at the beginning of this report. I mean, you saw that. She is so angry. She is seething with evil and hatred. I mean, it's clear. She's running around the world right now trying to sell this book, trying to give some excuse as to what happened. But this reptilian, cold-skinned, cold-blooded lizard person, she's just not... She can't look herself in the mirror. Probably... I mean, I guess they say if vampires look in a mirror, they don't see their reflection. So I guess she would never really be able to see herself because she's just as evil as a blood-sucking vampire. I mean, we can come up with all kinds of names for Hillary Clinton. I mean, she's just evil incarnate. She's possessed by the devil, a million different things. And, of course, Julian Assange, he sees it. He sees it. And he made sure he put it out there. So share this out there if you agree with Julian Assange that Hillary, well, she's just downright evil. Comment below, subscribe for updates. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up and share this out on your social networks. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi. Before you go, I have a special announcement to make. Friends, this year we have seen record-breaking disasters hit the United States, and I want you to be prepared for whatever lies ahead by visiting preparewithgary.com. We've seen apocalyptic-level hurricanes, floods, and wildfires, not to mention the constant threat of a strike on the continental United States from North Korea. Just one EMP burst over the United States would knock us back to the Stone Ages for months not years. Now, I want you to go to preparewithgary.com. And for the small price of just $67, you could buy some peace of mind knowing that you have 70 servings. Take a look. This is the actual box that they sent me. 70 servings that will feed you for 2 weeks. Now go to preparewithgary.com for top quality food that will last 25 years. 25 years shelf life, my friends. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner sealed in a military-grade Mylar, easy to prepare, made in the United States. And that's only when you go to preparewithgary.com. Not only does your purchase buy you peace of mind, but it also supports this channel as YouTube continues to wipe out our ad revenue in an effort to silence our conservative voice. So go to preparewithgary.com to prepare for the unknown and support our conservative efforts for the small price of $67. When disaster strikes, you'll be glad that you went to preparewithgary.com. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi.
Welcome to Waters World. I'm Jesse Waters. Absurdity in America. That is the subject of tonight's Waters Words. So every day in this country, we read about things that 5, 10, 15 years ago, we would have said, that's impossible. This would never happen in the United States of America. But in 2017, the impossible is now possible. So we've compiled the most absurd things that occurred this week to show you, the American people, how straight up ridiculous things have gotten. Maybe after watching this, we can all reflect and learn a thing or two. Let's begin. At the White House press briefing this week, Urban Radio Network's reporter April Ryan actually asked President Trump's spokesperson the following question.
Does this president believe slavery was wrong?
Did you hear that? Let's play it again and let it sink in.
Does this president believe slavery was wrong?
What the hell kind of question is that? What a waste and a disgrace. Here's how Sarah Sanders responded.
I think it is disgusting and absurd to suggest that anyone inside of this building would support slavery.
Absurd is the correct word. Speaking of, recall how the left is trying to remove monuments of our founding fathers throughout Washington, D.C., but this just in. They want to erect a monument to former D.C. Mayor Marion Barry. In case you don't remember, Barry was caught in a FBI sting smoking crack.
You'll still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have to stop answering at any time until you start going.
And now he got locked up for that. And the mayor has passed. The cost of the statue, $300,000. Taxpayer money. So, Thomas Jefferson statue, no. Marion Barry statue, yes. Moving on. So this week, a Muslim terrorist mowed down 8 people in his van in Lower Manhattan. Luckily, an NYPD officer shot him and took him down. The immigrant from Uzbekistan survived and asked to fly an ISIS flag in his hospital room. President Trump tweeted this. NYC terrorist was happy as he asked to hang ISIS flag in his hospital room. He killed 8 people, badly injured 12, should get death penalty. Now, Wall Street Journal reporter Eli Stokolos took issue with the president's call for the death penalty.
The unifying thread is the sort of broader politics of Donald Trump, the ethnocentric nationalism. He did not react this way when a white person shot dozens of people in Las Vegas. He did not come and say, well, we have to do an immediate policy change. We need to give this guy the death penalty.
Hey, Eli, President Trump didn't call for the death penalty for the Vegas shooter because the Vegas shooter killed himself after the massacre. You're a reporter. Supposed to know that. Do your homework. But not to be outdone, MSNBC terror analyst Malcolm Nance said this after the NYC attack.
What you're seeing is not Islam whatsoever. None of this is condoned, including the, sacrificing and getting yourself killed at the end of a terrorist attack. None of that is Islamic. It's anti-Islamic. Even Christians, we've seen Catholics in Canada who converted to quote-unquote Islam and then carried out acts of terror.
So a Muslim immigrant who was radicalized by ISIS, yelled Allah Akbar, and killed innocent Americans has nothing to do with Islam. Nothing at all. Not even a little bit. And maybe he was a Catholic convert? I guess spouting absurdity like that is how you become a terror analyst on MSNBC. And how do you get a tech job at the DNC? Don't be a straight white male. That's right. The Democratic National Committee Data Service Manager, Madeline Leader, wrote an email looking for resumes to fill their tech positions. But she had one small qualification. I personally would prefer that you not forward to cisgender straight white males, as they are already in the majority. Now, I don't even know what a cisgender means. I had to look it up. Apparently, it means their gender corresponds to the anatomy that they were born with, meaning like, I'm a man. Now, could you imagine if the DNC sent out an email saying gay blacks need not apply? Their qualification for DNC tech jobs should be, don't get us hacked again. And finally, not in America, but absurd nonetheless, a prominent Egyptian lawyer went on television and said it is a man's duty to rape a woman if she dresses provocatively.
وقطع نص فخدتها باينه المؤخره
واحنا بيرضينا واحنا ما بناخدش بالنا من بناتنا.
انا قلت البنت اللي تمشي كده يبقى التحرش بيها واجب وطني.
هو ينفع الكلام ده؟
Now, the lawyer's not even backing down, saying he was protecting morals. And that, my friends, is absurd. Joining me now, conservative columnist Ann Coulter. Any reaction?
And best-selling author 12 times. I'm so glad we're getting more people like that lawyer you just played for
I know,
us.
he's, speaking of Harvey Weinstein.
And if I could just say one thing about the Nance thing, and this isn't Islam, I always imagine the terrorists getting so frustrated by this. They do everything they can. They're yelling Allah Akbar. He's asking to fly the ISIS flag. They must be sitting, back in ISIS land saying, what do we have to do?
Yeah, what more do we need to do? Hello, over
you
here.
You won't give us credit for this. ISIS actually did criticize Obama for claiming the Fort Hood slaughter was not an
workplace violence.
Yeah, he was attacked by Islamic terrorists saying, acknowledge our good work.
Give us credit that we deserve. All right, so obviously we've talked about this all week, the terror attack down in Lower Manhattan. And apparently this Uzbekistan immigrant came here from a diversity lottery program. Here's the president on that.
I'm calling on Congress to immediately terminate the diversity visa lottery program. It's a disaster for our country. This program grants visas not on a basis of merit, but simply because applicants are randomly selected in an annual lottery. And the people put in that lottery are not that country's finest.
So, Ann, you're telling me in America, we spin a wheel, and if it lands on Uzbekistan, we say, hey, you can come in. That's how we do it?
Yes. Yes. Every single part of our immigration laws is insane. And as soon as Americans find out about it, they're ready to boil politicians in oil.
Yeah, no one even knew about a lottery system.
Some of us did.
Yes, you did.
Read Adios America closely. You'll remember the Egyptian who shot up the LL counter in